On today's episode of Single Mod Survival, we make some adjustments to the config file for the hammer and make the engineer's workbench. Next! Guys and gals, Malkuth1974 back at you with episode number 3 of our single mod survival, where I take a single mod, in this case Immersive Engineering, and use it for the majority of my Let's Play. In between, I might place other little teeny mods to do other things and stuff that the mod does not cover or does not do. So let's go over a couple things that we have changed in this series. We've added a few more mods just because I had to. One of the things I've added is pressure pipes. Now these, since Immersive Engineering doesn't have anything to do with any piping system for fluids, I decided to add a mod called pressure pipes. And also Immersive Engineering doesn't have any sort of jetpack system, so I also added simply jetpacks, and I installed thermal foundation for the support of simply jetpacks, for we can make the stuff that we need to make for that. So on a bright note, after a little something if you guys play a similar setup as I am, one thing you have to realize about the engineering hammer, and when you want to double your ores with the engineering hammer, if you install a mod that handles doubling ores or making ores into like iron or anything like that into another sort of dust, and you have another way of doing it other than the engineer's hammer automatically disables doubling of those ores. So in this case, I installed thermal foundation. So thermal foundation is a prerequisite for making another type of dust, which by default the engineer's hammer will be disabled. Since I do not have any other way of making how can we say this, making dust or doubling my ores right now, all I can use is engineer why can't I think? Immersive engineering to do it. I had to go into the config file to change something. So I'm going to show you guys this just for how to do it. So we're going to go to this. So now I'm in my if you look into my Minecraft, I'm in my config file system. I'm going to go to Immersive Engineering. I'm going to click on it, and if you take a look, this is what we got. And if you look around, where did I see that? The idea texture. Okay, so here it is right here. This part right here. Set this to true to forcefully enable the ore and ingot crushing recipes with the engineer's hammer. This will override the disabling. So if you set, this is defaulted at false. So if you put it at true, that means you can always use the engineering's hammer. So this port up here is the important things. Set this to true to completely disable the ore and ingot crushing recipe with the engineer's hammer. Note that some of these disable automatically when other mods add relevant dust, and by that probably way of getting them. So this messes up my Let's Play because I don't have any other form of dust, because I don't have thermal I got thermal foundation, but I don't have the other stuff that adds the actual machine. So I had to disable this part, add true to this part to make that true. So if you guys run into a situation like that, that is how you fix it. So what is this, a party? What the? Incel Leon and Chad, get the hell out of my house. So we'll put that back for now. No, actually we want this over here. This goes right there. I've also made the time to make some sandwiches. I've kind of made some food in here. We have over here, we have my farming is growing. I got my rye growing over here. I got some potatoes. I got zucchini over here. This is all my cotton stuff where I can make string. There we go. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. Let's make some string. I'll show you how I make the string. Go like that. Bam. You get 12 of them. You're all good. And the world ends. So next on the list, let's eat some soup here. Let's make some. If we go down to the coke oven, we can see that it is firing away on us. It's making a bunch of cool stuff right now. I've got the coal in there, the coal coke's in there, and we got some creosote oil in there. If you look, I have a bottle of creosote oil right there. Now something I've just noticed, I tried, the creosote oil, once it works just like the Railcraft oven. Once it fills up, it stops making coal coke, which I thought would be an issue because I want coal coke. So what I did is when I installed pressure pipes has this item called where'd I put it? It's called the canister, and the canister can hold 64,000 of any type of fluid. So I was like, cool, I'll use that right now. There's also a tank, but I can't make the tank right now because I don't have something that I need to make it with. I haven't found it yet. You can only guess what that would be. It would be the same thing that affected me last season. But anyway, you use a hand pump and you get it out. That's all awesome. The problem is that I have no way of getting... Why do I keep going to the wrong thing? Getting this into a bottle. So I'm going to have to read up on that a little bit, I think. Probably this can go into a tank, and then maybe I can use the bottles to get filled by the tank. But for right now, I'll just show you how to make a bottle. You just need three glass, like so. And don't drive that. You just go like that. You guys know this recipe. You make 3 glass bottles, and then you come out here. You go into this. You place these there, and it fills it up. And now I have 6 bottles. And to make treated wood, which is one of the recipes that we need, all we need to do is grab whatever kind of wood we can grab. I don't have any wood. Oh, it's right there. I already have it. Okay. You make it like you're making a chest, and you go like that, and that makes treated wood. I just made 24. And you get the bottle back. So in hindsight, you really don't need the canisters. I guess you could just keep coming out here if you needed the treated wood. But you know, eventually I'm not going to need a ton of treated wood. So yeah, it's one of those things you got to kind of balance, I guess, what you want to do with that. So I'm going to put that in there. I do have some more spruce wood. Why do you guys always stand on my stuff? So there you go, we got our treated wood. Let's take a look at our engineering's handbook. So I just made some treated wood, and with the treated wood we can make treated fences, wooden wall mounts, these wooden posts. These are made for the wires when we get into the wires, then transformers. We went over that all last time. So we did the treated wood. The blast furnace, can we do a blast furnace? No, because we need the nether brick. Well, if you can look down here, I do have a diamond pickaxe, so we can technically go to the nether. I will do that in another episode, so we're going to skip this part right now. Plus I need blaze powder, which is, not going to be fun. Not going to be fun. I need to get a little bit more established to get that, especially since I believe my nether is a lot harder because I have... What mod does that? Maybe it's not. Maybe I never installed that mod. Okay, maybe I don't have an issue with the nether. But anyway, let's look at some other stuff we can do. Steel constructions. Steel is not the only integral part of high voltage architectures. It's also quite useful in wall architecture. Steel scaffolding can be used to quickly... Oh, because I need steel, so I won't be able to do steel. So... multi-block, biodiesels, engineer's workbench, engineer's blueprints. Alright, so let's make the engineer's workbench. Let's go over this. Over the course of your engineering career, you may come to deal with some tools that can be optimized and modified. To apply these modifications, you should use a properly equipped engineer's workbench. Right-clicking the workbench, insert the item into the slot, and insert applicable upgrades into the new slot that appear. Yeah, that's cool. So you need treated wood for this. So I need a crafting table, the slabs, and a treated wood fence. Got a crafting table over there, so let's make the slabs. And if I remember correctly, treated wood to make the slabs, blah blah blah. Oh, right here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, we can do that. Get this out of here. 1, 2, 3. That'll make us the 6 treated slabs we need. And we need a fence, which is treated sticks, which obviously you just go like this, like this. We'll make about that many of them. And I take it the treated fence is just like that, so we can go kind of like that. And I'll make a couple of them. There we go. And so we'll go back to the workbench, which is like that. I'm wondering if it replaces this too. Let's find out. So, oh wait, you kind of need this to make that, don't you? Yeah, you do. Alright, I have some extras. What did I do with them? Are they my extras? Yes, they are. And I believe it goes... Let me double check here. Hey, where'd my workbench go? Yeah, so 3 on top, 3 on bottom. So 1, 2, 3. And we go like that, and engineer's workbench. Put that like that. Let me eat a sandwich, toast sandwich here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's put this. Does that really go like that? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Oh, I don't like that. Move it over just a tad here. There we go. Yeah, so you can't do anything special with that. Alright. I'm wondering if I have the right GUI for that. Doesn't look like it. I don't know. Whatever. So there we go. The workbench is complete. Engineer's blueprints. There are certain items which are very complex in their construction and require more than just a simple block of wood with a grid on it. These items will need to be created under the instructions of precise blueprints on an engineer's workbench. Should you come across an engineer's blueprint, or maybe even create one yourself, you can place it in the slot of the engineer's workbench. To create the items detailed in the blueprint, you insert the required materials into the 6 slots in the middle, and retrieve the assembled results from the output slots to the right. Hovering your mouse over these output slots will inform you exactly what materials you need. So, how do you make the blueprints? Let's take a look. Immersive Engineering. I do believe I saw these. So we got engineer's blueprints, arc furnace, specialized projectiles, and common projectiles. So how do you make their drill? Let me take a look at the drill. It's probably going to need steel, guaranteed. Mining drill is wood grips, treated stick, and copper. Okay. And heavy engineering block, which must need steel. Yep, we need steel for that, so we can't quite make that yet. What about the pistol? Revolver drum, make steel. Yeah, so we can't even make any of that stuff yet because I haven't gone to the nether yet. So we got the workbench made. probably can't really make anything until I go to the nether. So let's power generators. Power generation. Kinetic dynamo. Oh, so we can make a windmill. That's interesting. So that's just iron, copper wire, and redstone. And these are windmill blades and iron. The windmill is a free and easy way of generating power, albeit not a very powerful one. Its speed depends greatly on how high it is placed in the world and how obscured the space in front of it is. It will also run faster when it's raining or storming. This water wheel is pretty cool. The water wheel is a fairly easy way of powering a dynamo. Its turning speed is based on the water flowing around it, so for optimal results you'll want to direct the water in a semicircle from the top down one side and along the bottom. Up to 3 water wheels can be placed against each other. This is the improved water mill is upgraded to the windmills. Okay. Oh, you need hemp for that. Wow. Wow. Power generation. So that, nothing else. So that is the kinetic dynamo. And that is that, which just requires treated wood. Well, that's not too bad. Alright, maybe we'll work on that next episode. Get that all done. We'll find a place to place it. And I will also try to go to the nether off camera at some point here. And we'll get some of that going. So, there you go, guys. Episode over. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next episode. This is Malkuth, 1974. You guys have a great day. And we'll see you later. Malkuth, out of here.